So, after Honkai Star Rail 2.0 livestream, there is a lot of wholesome impact meme going on within the community because of a certain someone pops up and a certain chapter on the other certain Miyo games. A lot of people makes a meme about, no, Himeko, don't leave the train. Some with writing experience and have played through Honkai Impact 3rd main story would just laugh it off with the laugh and just let it be, right? But some might take the meme too hard and actually think she might die in this chapter. While I wanted to say you guys are just panic or nothing, I can understand where you guys came from. I mean, consider they've already killed her off 6 times in the past game. So I'll be your lighting beacon and or sort of copium and assure that, nah, she'll live. There is a couple of reasons that I think she will not die in this chapter and or until the end of this game first part. I'm gonna say the first part because of consider Honkai Impact 3rd now has a second part and they intend to finish that part before they continue with APHO storyline. Screw that, I ain't waiting 5 more years for more APHO content. So why is that? Well, first of all, unlike Honkai Impact 3rd, Himeko in Star Rail pretty much has no death flag. No short lifespan, just plain and simple navigator that found a broken down Astro Express, repair it, and get it running again. She quite literally has a plot armor. For God's sake, she is the sole person who maintain and repair the train. It never stayed within the main story, but it is implied that she alone is the only. I mean, she repaired the express alone for a really long time before she get it running again. If she's dead, the express is sure. Any other faction, well, let's just say any major faction within the setting can capture it, study it, and fix it. But that requires time and investment. If they go that route, it would halt the narrative and pacing indefinitely until they can come up with the excuse of, oh yeah, the train broke down and you have to do yada 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 before you can go on the journey more. As of now, only Himeko can maintain, troubleshoot, and fix the train on the fly. And this is her train. It's not in the same vein as her incarnation in Honkai Impact 3rd being the Hyperion's captain. Like, in that case, it was because of her position and occupation leads her to be the responsible for Hyperion, right? But this is her own thing. This is her property. Before we move on to this point, let me preface this. What you are going to hear from this point on kinda sounds like I'm high on some good stuff while I write the script. But this is how I genuinely feel about her characters. So feel free to correct me if I'm getting something wrong. Heck, feel free to correct me for every point that I make, for every point that even I made from the prior section. Now, if you have ever read her story and look at how the writer characterized her, some of you might find that she is rather similar to how they depicted Achilles. Both value journey than the destination, both really care about passenger. In Achilles' case, right, he at least care about his passenger in a sense that he care about mortal as a whole. He just, you know what, I like mortals. I don't mind if they're gonna join me in the journey. He welcomed them, he sing with them, he just enjoy their company. So I don't think it's a bit of a stretch that he to say that he care about the passenger, right? And Himeko is rather, it's just she just care about passenger enough that she can remember the important details of each passenger, well, maybe not every single one that has ever boarded the express, but a lot to be sure. Heck, she was stated to have an excellent memory, so maybe she can remember all of them? さ、姫子はアーキュリーの生まれ変わるというですね。You, my imaginary non-existent viewer, may ask, well, kinda yeah, kinda nah. I personally would put my bet on she being, or at least, a substitute for Achilles' heart. The Express is said to be powered by Achilles' heart. However, according to Himeko herself, she did not find anything and make a remark about the Express might drew the power from the path itself. And jokes about there is no way there is gonna be two Achilles' heart present at the same time, which led me to believe that Achilles' heart does indeed exist and it does power the train by draw power from the path or Achilles. But whether it is on the train or it's on Achilles' body, it's in Achilles' body, I don't know. I haven't seen enough material about Achilles to actually make that answer. So if you know, please correct me in the comment section. So when Achilles died, there is nothing to really help power the Express against an attack that would broke it and crash land on Himeko's home planet. I mean, there is no way Achilles wouldn't have some defensive measure like force field or barrier for the Express, right? It meant to be his vehicle of travel that also housed a countless mortal after all. But back to Himeko's topic. I don't know how she would actually did that, since both Path and Express is still shrouded in mystery. Well, maybe she acts as Achilles' heart, or she herself is the power generator of the train. But for whatever the reason is, it probably has to do with her enthusiasm to go on an endless journey, explore the unknown, challenge the unknowable, and this enthusiasm just, I think, no one actually matched that. Not even MC. Like, everyone has their own agenda to join the Express, rather than actually interested in the journey itself. Some individual eventually come around and fully join the Nameless, like the case of Tan Heng, but there is no denying, right, that without her, the passenger and their own respective journey wouldn't even be possible. One thing you might know about, or may not know about Welt, is that part of the reason he came to Star Rail is that he came to protect the Star Rail galaxy and Himeko from an energy-seeking, consuming alien race called Sky People. While it never states what is their objective with her, they do know about her existence and has her data in their database, which is weird, considering she has never shown to have any powerful ability or busted out weapon. I mean, sure, she is a past rider and currently the leader of the Nameless, which would make her essentially an unofficial emanator of Trailblaze. But I don't think she actually has any superpower. All of her attack animation is just her using a man-made tools. Sure, the Express has an orbital beam cannon and her suitcase has a molecular cutting saw. But you are going to say, a suitcase that has a tool for mainly being a train repair tools and a beam cannon is in the same tier of power as a Star of Eden replica, or Lightning Lord, or whatever the heck Oyomi has? I mean, she just stand proud, you are strong Duke Inferno, and just... Really? Nah, I don't buy that, man. With that being said, she pretty much has a plot armor to not die until the Sky People arc. And even then, to have her die in the arc when part of the reason Welt came here in the first place is to protect her, it's just weird and funny. It would make the whole thing into a circus / comedy genre instead of a tragedy. You know why? it would be just haha, Himeko is dead again. You can only kill any particular character so many times before it loses any weight or meaning. Killing Himeko in Star Rail off right now wouldn't create anything other than shock value. Sure, she was one of the more important figures in the setting and the supposed mom of the Express, but she doesn't have that much time to shine, be explored, and let people get to know her. Even within the setting, we as a player haven't seen MC, Dan Marsh interact with her that much to form a proper bond. でも、Hotaru とロビンはもう死んだぞ。Yeah, here's the thing about Hotaru and Robin death, right? At least both of them serve some narrative purposes. Purposes? Yeah, purposes. We, as a player, knows very little about Hotaru. We know she's sick. She has a deal with Sam. She aimed for the Watch Cell Legacy, and her entire character is meant to be one of this chapter's biggest mystery, which was likely going to tie to the main plot about this chapter. Eating me here. After reconsideration, that would be Misha, not Fireflies. Killing her off right now, killing her off in a quotation, off right now, prevent us from just ask her directly and we as a player, and narratively, have to do some investigation work for the main plot and her backstory. Then there is Robin. Robin was set up since the first scene we saw her in the game. When we met her, talked to her, her voice sounds off. At first I thought it might be because of sound mixing, might go haywire during the session, but when Marsh mentioned it, I realized something was up. But I don't know what exactly what's up, but there's something not normal about this Robin. And she's supposed to be the singer too. So when it was revealed that she is dead, it makes sense. You may think it felt cheap, and yeah, I would agree, it felt cheap. But at least, Robin does serve some purpose in the story. It filled the mystery. It made me question that, what the heck is Sunday doing? What motivates him so much that he is willing to trade his sister's life? And what the heck is family doing? And what is wrong with them? Now, if you are still a doomer about Himeko gonna die in this chapter, ask yourself this question. What would her death serve or mean anything for the story and narrative? Setting up a threat? Heck no! She has never stated to have any special power. All of her attack animation came from her invention. If you are going to set out a threat, why not have the set threat body someone like Welt or Dan IL? That would be more effective, as they are currently the strongest fighting force for Astro Express. Yes, I know MC is gonna fucking eclipse them someday, but right now MC doesn't have a proper knowledge or can control their power properly. So those two are the currently strongest fighting personnel of Astro Express. After all that said and done, while I don't think she will die in this game, I won't deny the possibility of that happening. I mean, Sky People was said to be the new big threat, the big bad entity of Honkai Impact 3rd. It is threatening enough to have Adam disobey May's order and go overboard with his weapon and Honkai energy, almost get himself killed in the process. These guys managed to trap Void Archive and the rest of the post-Honkai Odyssey cast, two of which is May and Bronia, in the secluded dimension, and all of that isn't even the main force itself. So yeah, it's a pretty scary threat.